Okay, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that. Well, whenever it comes. All right. It is time to do my review for episode 3 of Falcon and Winter Soldier. This is my non-spoiler review. It's more kind of like a reaction. A lot of surprises. And I mean a lot of good surprises. Like from unanswered questions of how the super soldier serum is actually working, why is it here, how did it happen, gets answered in this one. It made appearance from the last episode that Zemo is going to be, in this one. But as you can tell, your boy Daniel is back as probably the best incarnation of Zemo that you could think of. Like best case scenarios all across the board. Like if you thought that he was cunning and like maniacal in his own way, in Civil War, you ain't seen nothing yet, because in this one he owns this episode. Like he owns it. It's kind of like how like with Tom Hiddleston as Loki, he is that. Like that, as Zemo, like I'm just like, yeah, bro, y'all should have been used this man, because he is crushing it. Like he is having so much fun with it, and it's kind of just like, at the end of the day what he's capable of. At the end of the day what he's about, right? And so it's just crazy, and like also like the way they use him, I was like, this is an upgrade. Like if you look at the Matrix, and like Neo's kind of like fighting the Matrix Reloaded, he kind of looks like upgrades. Like that is Baron Zemo in this episode. Like Daniel crushes it. I loved him in this episode. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's another person that makes it. Actually, there's two different people. It's one that's a really big, I don't know where they're going with in the very last part of this episode, that I was like, my heart. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And then in the middle, of this episode, there is a fan favorite that makes an appearance that I was like, that character put in work. Matter of fact, they use that character better than they've ever used it in any other, of the movie versions. And I was like, shout outs to Marvel for really making full usage of this character, because I was like, they were putting in so much work in the violence, bro. But then other thing about this episode was shot well. Like it was so many different like locations they went to that I was taken aback. But it was just a fun, violent, all over the face, in your face episode. Like straight up. Like I was been waiting for the violence to kick in. Like the fights to really kick in. Not just like this superhero kick to the left, kick to the right, but no, like real raw, in your face violence. That's one of the things about the Winter Soldier in Civil War that I appreciate, is that there's this impending feeling of like death and violence throughout, but at the same time it's very smart, it's very calculated, and this is a good episode. This might be my favorite. This might be my favorite episode so far. And also they laying in a whole bunch of foundational breadcrumbs as well that you just don't expect, that I really appreciate. And so I think that this is definitely one of my favorite episodes, and I can't wait to talk about it more with Lucas. They do lay some interesting foundational things about the serum, and I do have some theories on where things are going to go, but I'll talk in more detail about that in my spoiler review. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, guys.